What's good? Welcome to the Pure Slap Show, episode 1. I go by the name of Signs,
What's up? It's Rod.
the goer. And today we're going to talk
E.
about albums that first got us into hip hop. We're going to talk about some of the albums that just came out. We're going to talk about some albums we're looking forward to. And then we're going to play a little game called Who Put You On. So we'll hop straight into it. So, Rod, what were some of the
Yes,
albums
sir.
that first got you introduced to hip hop and the rap game?
Man, one of the first albums I heard and I started listening to that put me on rap was Too Short. That cassette, and like I said, it was the second album, sorry. It was called Players. Dropped in 87, but Pop still had it in his truck. Had a cassette player, side A and side B.
Okay. Taking it back to the cassette tapes, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What about you? What put you on?
Being the youngest of 4 kids, got 3 older brothers, so really I just grew up on whatever they was listening to. And back then it was some of that Dr. Dre, that Chronic 2001. That one
Okay.
played heavy. I know I had to buy that album at least 3 times because wasn't no streaming back then. You lost a CD, you got to buy that shit all over again.
Yes, sir. I
uh,
heard that.
I had that one. They was slapping a lot of that Twista Adrenaline Rush CD. um, Twista still one of my favorite artists to this day.
Man,
And
Twista be spitting. That
man,
dude.
going in. And then some Sacramento rap. So a lot of that X-rated. That album Unforgiven, they was always on that, playing that Mortal Kombat and that Macaframalama. Those ones was really going in. And then
Okay,
aside from
mixing it
that,
up
just
a little bit.
it's a lot of that. Mostly West Coast, but it switched up every now and then.
Yep. Yeah. Speaking of switching up, I started listening to Fabulous too. Fabulous started putting me on like the bars and punchlines kind of rap.
Man, bars, real
Yeah,
bars.
for real, for real. He be gassing.
What was the Fabulous album that first put you on him?
Honestly, it was really mixtapes. It was mixtapes like the There Is No Competition. You feel me? The Soul Tape.
Okay.
And he got the Summertime Shootouts. You know what I'm saying? Really, his mixtapes is where he be gassing. Then he had this one, the Friday Night Freestyles in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Where he was rapping over some beats. He had two Mob Deep beats that he rapped over. Quiet Storm and Shook Ones. Gassed them.
Yeah, them was some slaps right there for sure.
Yeah.
I was definitely slapping Fabulous back in the day too. I had that Ghetto Fabulous album.
Oh, okay.
A couple slaps
Classic.
on there. Youngin, Keeping It Gangsta.
Yep.
One Day.
Man, keeping it gangster remind me of Midnight Club back in the day. Slapping
Man,
that.
some real PlayStation right there.
Yeah, man.
And
Throwback.
Can't Deny It. R.I.P. Nate Dogg.
R.I.P.
Yeah, now Fabulous been coming with it, the longevity for sure. He definitely stayed relevant through all these years and kept coming with the bars, never lost it.
Yeah, consistent for sure. For sure. Yeah, like I said, he had like the punchlines and bars, and Too Short. Too Short came with it, giving you knowledge and game.
Given all the game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, between Too Short and E40, you definitely learned a lot.
For real. Talking that talk.
Sometimes I don't realize how much E40 I really listen to until I'm going through Apple Music and scrolling through, and I'm like, damn, there's E40, E40, E40. And I'm talking albums. I ain't even talking songs. These are albums, albums,
All
albums.
kinds of, man, his albums be having 30 songs too, 40 songs.
Man, we gotta get him in here and find out his recording process because this shit is ridiculous.
Hey, for real. Slaps too, though. Find a couple gems in there.
Definitely, always spitting some knowledge. Always learning from his songs. There's always something you can learn from and learn how to step your hustle up. Can't forget about Mac Dre.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely played a lot of that growing up. Still slapping it to this day.
Yeah, I've been around all my family, all my cousins, watching all them Trill TVs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I was for sure slapping some Mac Dre back in the day.
Yeah, that Trail TV. I don't think we're getting another type of DVD like that.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. The hyphy movement was something else.
Man, that shit was crazy, and that was like prime acting wild years for me because I was like 15, 16 during the hyphy movement. So So that shit was wild for sure.
And he's active.
Man, shit was wild. So we'll leave it at that. Shit was
Yeah, shit
wild.
was wild. Oh man. But yeah, between Too Short and Fabulous, looking back, both of them dudes, they've been doing it for a minute, still going, still dropping new stuff to this day. To this day.
To this day.
To this day. Both of them still going, consistent. Yeah, the longevity, you don't get that too much these days, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes, they fall off after 2 years in the game, if they even make it that far.
Yeah, them one-hit wonders.
Man, for real, get a bag and just, that's it.
Again, taking it back to the Bay Area, when you really look at it, the artists that are the OGs that have been in the game for a long time, what's good about the Bay Area is they're always putting on the younger artists. They're not afraid to work with the new artists coming up and help get them in the game, put them in a position to actually do something.
For sure, to make their own moves.
Yeah, and you don't really see that in a lot of other cities, a lot of other, parts that are coming up. They're not really bringing up those artists and, putting them in the game.
Nah, yeah, that's true, though. The Bay puts on. Tell us a little bit about X-Rated. What he got? What's his story?
Yeah, like I was saying, grew up listening to X-Rated. The Unforgiven album is the one that really put me onto him. It wasn't his first album; it was his second album, but it was the one that really put me onto him. His first album was released in 1992, which is also the same year he was arrested and convicted of first-degree murder. And due to his gang affiliation, he was sentenced to 31 years to life. And he served 26 of those years, and now he's out.
That's crazy.
And while he was locked up, he was still recording. So the album that I'm talking about, The Unforgiven, and multiple other albums were actually recorded while he was locked up. So he found a way to keep the albums coming out.
Damn, that's dedication.
Yeah. And they don't sound too bad. You couldn't tell if you really listened to them and was slapping them.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yep. That's a real hustler right there. Not letting nothing stop you, nothing get in your way of keeping shit coming.
For real. Still gassing.
Yep. So, like I said, he served the 26 years and he got out last year. And since being out, he released an album and some music videos. The album,
got right to it.
Yep,
got right back to it. Yep,
like I said, a real hustler right there.
For real.
The album's called California Dreamin'. And in my opinion, it's a little underrated. X-Rated. If you're not from the area, then you probably haven't acquired that taste yet. His flow is a little different, but it's real bars right there. He's definitely spitting game. I would say, not the same flow as E40, but similar in the style where, if it's not something you're used to listening to. If you're not used to the flow yet, then you're probably not gonna like it the first time you hear it. You're gonna have to get used to it, and then boom, you're locked in, straight game.
Okay.
Yep. So that's X-Rated right there. Definitely looking forward to, anything he's coming out with in the future. I'm definitely locked in.
I hear it. I'm gonna have to look out for it too.
Speaking of albums we're looking forward to, what albums are you looking forward to coming out?
I'm looking for like a DJ Mustard album or DJ Khaled album, but like would they get all the different artists on there with the different beats. You know what I'm saying? DJ Mustard, he be coming with the slaps. All his beats be knocking.
Slaps.
All them dudes right there from 400 Summers, they all got the gas. So I'm looking for an album from him. And Khaled brings all the stars, you know what I'm saying, together. He brings all the dudes that be gassing on one song. So an album from either one of them would be cool. What about you, Sons? What you looking forward to?
So one album I'm looking forward to that actually is coming out May 8th is E40, the Curb Commentator, Channel 1. Channel 1. He's obviously
he gonna give you another album of just straight game.
Straight game. It's a 3-part series. He's coming out with Channel 1, 2, and 3, but the first part of it's Channel 1 coming out by himself. He's not dropping all 3 at one time like he would typically do. So we got Channel 1 coming out on the 8th.
Does each channel have like a different theme or something, or what's going on with that?
I think he just gives you so much content that he has to spread it out so you can soak some in and then by the time you're done soaking that shit in, he gonna drop you another one to soak in.
Man, keep the waves coming, huh?
Yeah, but like when E40 drops all his albums, he definitely puts a theme to the albums. Like he
Yeah,
did
for
the
sure.
Block Brochure. He did Night Shift, Day Shift
The graveyard.
on the Graveyard Shift. All that.
Yeah.
There was a theme to all these albums. So
Yeah, exactly. That's why I figure with the different channels, I don't know. We'll see if there's themes to it.
hey, we'll have to wait and see. But you can't put nothing past E40.
No, that's for sure. For sure one thing is that there's gonna be slaps.
Slaps in game.
Yeah, for sure.
And another album coming out soon that I'm looking forward to would be Stupid Young and Nelly Nell, the Yellow Tape.
Oh yeah, and that dude Stupid Young, he be coming with the slaps.
Yeah, Stupid Young from Long Beach, Nelly Nell from Stockton. They definitely coming with the slaps. They've been collabing for a while. They got a mixtape out, a couple videos out, and
Yeah.
album coming soon. So looking forward to that for sure.
Okay. Definitely be looking for that one too. All right, those are the albums that what I'm saying we're looking forward to. But let's talk about some of the albums that just came out. Like, what you think about Drake's new album, Dark Lane demo tapes?
You know me, not much of a Drake fan.
I feel it. I feel it.
He definitely got bars here and there. He got songs here and there, but he ain't dropped the album yet that I was like, damn, that shit right there. That's some heat. So I peeped the album. I got one song out of it again. It was the song he remade. He did a remake of Jay-Z's "Song Cry." The song
Yeah, that
was
was a good one.
called "When to Say When."
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the Drake song that I downloaded that I kept.
Yeah, he had man. I was disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Because I like Drake. He be having some slaps. You know what I'm saying? His albums are cool, but uh, I was disappointed because the Tuesday Slide song had me fooled. I thought he was gonna have an album full of slaps like that, but then he came slow with it. I was disappointed. He had some better albums in his day. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. You was hoping for a little more right foot ups and left foot slides, huh?
You know what I'm saying? I was trying to slide a little more. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was gonna be sliding a little more.
Man, you were like, come on. You said either way we was gonna slide.
You feel me? That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. What you think about the Mozzie?
That one I definitely slapped all the way through.
Yeah, that one has some slaps. Oh, yeah, for sure. And I
Bars.
like that Can't Let You Go. You know what I'm saying? With they have that Eric Ballinger feature with on that Fabulous beat.
Yep.
That Can't Let You Go beat. That shit was cool.
Nah, yeah, definitely. You could always with Mozzie, you could always feel it. Like you could always, get into the songs. It's real, and he coming with that the lingo he comes with and everything. That the
Yeah.
language, the words he uses. It's different. It keeps you into it. It keeps you listening.
Yes, sir. Yep. I hear you. I hear you. He got the slaps. What about another sample he did, you know what I'm saying, with the Let Me Love You sample, the Mario one on
Oh,
that Big
yep,
Homie
yep,
from the
yep.
Hood beat. Another one on there on the Mozzie album. He had definitely, like you said, slap that one all the way through.
Yeah.
A couple times actually. That's a cool album.
So what's crazy is like
Mm-hmm.
growing up listening to all these songs. I think I'm on some new shit, some original slappers, and my
Hey,
dad would
for
be like, "Oh,
real.
they remade that song, huh?
For
Oh, they
real.
redoing that." And then you'd be like, "What? This original right here? He came up with this." I'm like, "Nah." And then you find
Hey,
out it's an old school remake,
what's the you
a real
got off the
slapper
top
from
of
the
your
old
head? You got
school.
the craziest one you could think of where your pop said something and you're like, what? That's what song?
It wasn't one my pops came up with, but the one that I can remember is
Okay.
the California Love Tupac, Tupac and Dr. Dre. I did not know that shit was a remake, and when I heard the original,
That's
I
just
was
crazy,
like,
huh?
hold the fuck, what is this shit? And then I found out that was the original one that I was listening to. I was
Hey,
like,
the one
ah,
I can think
shit.
of is it's that Droopy song "I'm Loaded," where he sampled the Sade. That's man, I was slapping it, and it
Okay,
was
yep, okay.
the beginning
This
was
shit.
on, and my mom was like, "You listen to Sade?" And I was like, "What? No, it's Droopy." And then she started playing, and then they showed me the real song. I was like, "That's crazy."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this shit wild. And then now starting to make me feel old because I'm seeing everyone remaking songs that I grew up listening to, and I'm like, damn, this shit crazy.
Hey, for real.
Starting to hit that age now,
For
I
real.
guess. You ever be sitting around with your homies talking about some things, and you're like, man, if we was
All the
putting this
time.
out there, people would listen, and we can make some money. Well,
For
here's how you
sure.
do it. You start with the Anchor app. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to edit and record right from your phone or computer.
Yep. And it's easy to use. Man, it's hella easy to use for podcasts.
Not only that, for free, they will distribute your podcast to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And then you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership.
It's everything you need all in one. All in one app.
Yep.
Anchor.
So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. All right, so we got a special guest with us today. He recently dropped an album called Courtesy Favors back in June 2019, which had features from D-Lo, Mr. Fab, and more. He's currently sitting on over 20 unreleased songs, and his single Won't Leave Me Alone has over 350,000 views on YouTube right now. I'm sure the streaming numbers are up there as well. Nemz, welcome to the Pure Slap
Man,
Show.
what's up, man? What's up,
man?
Man, y'all did your homework on me, huh? Hey, that's love. That's love, man. That's love.
Yes, sir.
Nah, for sure, man. You've been doing your thing for a minute now. You know, we've been watching. You know, we've been paying attention.
Yeah, bro. I'm ready, bro. Like, hell yeah, I'm ready to tell y'all some shit, man. Like, it's been a journey already. It feel like, you feel me? Like,
got some jams.
Yep. How long you been in the rap game?
So shit, man. I say it was my freshman year in high school. I was 14. I wasn't even in a rap like that. It was crazy because like I was honestly just like really like I ain't have no craft, like no artistic, like on the creative side, like I was just hella regular, like I was just going to school, you feel me, just trying to get my diploma and shit, like just not doing like I was just hella like a basic ass, you feel me?
Yeah.
And then one day my cousin my cousin was already in the whole rap scene, you feel me? Like he was already like being the rapper at school, everyone knew him. And we was always, I was always around him. We was in the circle, you feel me? Like it was all in the circle. One day he goes, "Hey, we finna have a studio session. Come through." And I pull up to this garage, and we pull up on my other two cousins, and they like working on some shit for a mix. And like, I believe they threw me up on their song, and it was just like my first song I ever recorded, like in the actual studio, like. Even though it's just like a little home garage setup, like that was my first like studio experience and shit. Like, you feel me? And that shit was just crazy because like when I just got up on the mic, I mean like I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty rough at first. Like, it took a while for me to get my craft like all good, but something about it just felt right. And then the fact that like even my cousin, he like, came to me and he was like, bro, like you just need to keep working at it. Like I feel like you're gonna end up dope, something's gonna come out of it. And like that's the thing with me. I felt like I've always been that kind of person where like if I focus on something like to get better at, like my consistency always there, especially if I like it. So like I just go crazy until I learn that craft and like, try to be the best at it and shit. Like that's how it be.
Nah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Been going for a minute since freshman year.
Yeah, bro, it's 8 years, you know what I mean? So it's just like I'm hella young too, and it's like I got just put in hella young into the game. So I feel like thanks to my OGs, like you feel me, shout out Mastermind, shout out Skinny Black, shout out Geo Spitz. If it wasn't for my cousins, I would not be rapping because they're the ones that introduced me to that. So
yeah, shout out them for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. Who were the first big artists that you was listening to that you was slapping?
That's crazy. I mean my era, like I say, I was big on 50 Cent, Eminem, Lil Wayne, Akon, Bone Thugs and Harmony, like Lloyd Banks too. Like Lloyd Banks too. He was going crazy, like on the R&B side and shit. Like I was into a lot of that shit. Like I was listening to a lot. Like, man, like I remember when Soulja Boy hit too. Like, you feel me? Everyone was on Soulja Boy when he hit. Like, you know, like
yeah. I can see how you incorporated all that into your flow too. You know, with the you mentioned Akon and Bone Thugs, and you got that, you know, that melody when you flowing. You know that I can hear it. You know.
Yeah, most def. Like I was big on like singers. And, like I always like singing and shit like that. Just how, like, you know. Sometimes rap to me was just like, all right, I got tired of the rap. You just want to hear something more, like, you know. I always thought singers was like dope. Like I was like, damn, I want to learn how to sing, you know, like.
Yeah. And, you know, like R.I.P. Nate Dogg. You know, he's one of the first ones that was, you know, singing with that.
Yeah, that's West Coast Hook King. That's West Coast Hook King. Like he got the, you know, he had that on lock.
For sure. And then taking it back to those, you know, older days, you know, we're talking about freshman year, you know, prior to that, everything. What was it like growing up in Rohnert Park?
Man, it was cool. I mean, Rohnert Park, pretty small town, so like, I feel like everybody know each other, and for the most part, I feel like I was cool with everybody, because I feel like I know a lot of people here in Rohnert Park. I feel like my town know me pretty good, so I feel like it was cool. I mean, growing up here, like, you know, it was cool. I feel like you know.
And then probably going out.
Everyone just minds their business. Everyone just mind their business, you know. Everyone just minds their business. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's in the Bay, right?
Yeah, it's in the Bay. It's, you know, it's North Bay. It's up there, Santa Rosa, but we still Bay. We still Bay. I mean, Sway gave me the confirmation when I was up on Sway, when I told him, hey, I'm from Rohnert Park. He said, hey, that's still the Bay. So I was like, all right.
That's still the Bay.
Sway said it, so
that's cool. Hey, confirmed.
It's confirmed, bro. It's confirmed.
For sure, from Sway. Hey, so when did you start working with D-Lo? How'd you connect with D-Lo?
Man, that was crazy. All right, so
cause D-Lo be gassing, man. D-Lo clean.
Yeah, D-Lo go crazy with it. That's my dog, man. Point blank, his manager, who now is my manager, TB, had reached out on the DM, and he said, yo, I've been following your page for a minute. Big fan of your music. Want you to come and have a session with D-Lo and work on a song with us. I'm D-Lo's manager. And like, when I seen that DM, though, it was just kind of like, who is this? Who's RB?
You're like, hey, stop playing with me.
Yeah, who's RB under? Like, you know, everything was just like, this don't add up, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm from Rohnert Park. I'm like, how the hell did I reach Oakland? And for the, like, how did I even get to, you know, to them ears? Like, how did that even happen? But, so what I guess he saw me, how he discovered me was I had a song with AKA Frank, who's from Oakland. And we made a song called West Coast, and I posted it on his page, and he was following him, and he was just like, who is this kid? Like, he was just like, when he heard that song, I guess he was just like, it was fucking dope. Like, who is it? Like, who are you type of shit, you know? And he just followed me ever since from there, and he saw the shit I was dropping, and he was just like, I had to reach out, like, on some shit like that, you know?
Okay. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so that was just like, damn, like, you know, coincidence, like, you know, it's crazy, like, what social media could do if you just put your talent up out there, like, you know?
Yep, you just got to hit the right ears. And
like opportunities are endless out there. You just got to work hard for it.
That's it. That's motivation right there, for real.
Yeah.
Cause then now y'all got the Slap Won't Leave Me Alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Over 300K views. What was that studio session like? You know what I'm saying? I know y'all knew that was something special from the jump.
Man, so this is a crazy story. So when I made Won't Leave Me Alone, this song, before I even sent it to D-Lo, was already like, I believe, like a 2-year-old song. I had already dropped it.
Okay.
That song had been out. But when my manager discovered me, he heard it, and he was like, oh my God, this is such a great song. We need to re-put this, take this down, and let's re-fucking put it out, but D-Lo need to come on the second verse. And I was like, yo, like, that'd be crazy, because, like,
that's hard.
You know, when I had dropped it by myself, it had reached like 20K views, like by itself, like my own push, like my own town was fucking with that record. Everyone in my town already knew that record when that shit dropped. Like, so when it's dropped like on a platform like that, my city went crazy for me. They're like, what? Like, we know this the one. We know this the one. Especially with that D-Lo verse, we knew it was the one that we threw a fucking house party. That's what that shit was. We were like, fuck it, like the whole city know this song. Like everyone gets turned when they hear this shit. Like let's just fucking
man, hey, that one be going too.
Nah, yeah, that's a real slap. That's definitely like a verified slap right there. That one.
Yeah, that's the one. Hell yeah, that's love, man.
Yeah, you got one right
there. So this is what the studio session was like. That shit, I recorded that shit in my living room on a fucking like little Scarlett interface and the fucking $100 mic. Yeah, them takes that you hear, that shit's out my living room. D-Lo's part.
Okay, so you didn't have to re-record nothing. You just took that.
Nah, I took the original. I took my originals and sent it to the engineer, and he did his thing. And like it was just, the rest was history. D-Lo's was the only in studio recordings and shit. Like he had the fucking actual he recorded that in the studio. I forget where, but he had that shit in the studio recorded while my shit was from the text from my living room. So that shit just worked out perfectly. And that goes for ADD too. ADD was out my living room as well.
Okay, yeah, that's the one with Mr. Fab and D-Lo, right?
Yeah, and the Mr. Fab record.
Okay, so same thing with that. You just kind of shot them the records and they recorded it all separately, huh?
Yeah, it was just kind of like on some send back and forth shit.
Yeah, I feel that. So hitting all these landmarks are those high numbers and stuff like that. I know you hit a lot of stages, killed a bunch of shows.
Yeah.
So what's the wildest shit seen backstage?
I mean, I wouldn't say like wild. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've really seen like wild shit. I mean, probably just like some bitches showing their titties and shit, like something like that. But other than that, like I ain't seen nothing like really that crazy. But you want to talk crazy? Like I'm talking after these shows. After these shows, it's fucking crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. After these shows, that's when the shit got really crazy. Like I got like countless times I can say like after these shows, man, we be getting turned. Like,
I feel it.
Yeah.
And I know with them, like I said, with that melody you spinning with, I know the girls love a singing nigga. So I mean, they probably.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. When I went on my first tour, on my West Coast tour with Andre Nicotina, it was like Andre Nicotina. I believe Filthy was up on that tour. Hustler. We was just in D-Lo, obviously. Okay. We were all just, like going through LA, San Diego. We had a Berkeley show, I believe. Like, I got hella female followers from those shows. Yeah. Yes, like I started getting like females in the DMs from different like towns. Like you feel me? Like you remember little shawty from Berkeley tapped in, and little shawty from over here tapped down. Be like, damn, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and they'd be like, oh, I saw you at this show. And, like that shit was just like, wow, like this music be reaching, like it's crazy.
For real.
Nah, yeah, definitely. And then now with this quarantine shit shutting everything down, how's that affected your hustle and your movement and everything like that?
I mean, luckily for me, I can say I don't think it really affected my hustle. But I know people like that have affected, like, because at the end of the day, I still be every day I'm working, every day I'm like getting some money. So it didn't stop it in that sense, but like, just it sucks to see, people around you and shit. You just be like trying to help and whatnot.
Yeah, probably more like not hitting those tours and the shows. So now it's more like working on your writing and recording and everything.
Yeah, that's right? If anything, that's what I'm really like kind of glad in the sense like, fuck, like I actually got time to work on my music now. And like, it's crazy. Like I definitely got some quarantine crazy ass records right now. So I'm excited to show everybody when I do drop some shit because I've been fucking just pushing like hits out lately.
Yeah, for sure. Nice. You got any big features on deck? You are working on putting together?
Man, I got a couple. But I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna speak on them just yet. I just want to,
You can't disclose that
No,
information.
not yet. But I promise you that, you feel me, Pure Slaps, I'm gonna send y'all the exclusives. You feel me? I'm gonna send you, just because of this first interview. I'm gonna make sure y'all get a first listen to it before anybody else do. You feel me?
All right, for sure. For sure. We locked in like quarantine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh man. That's so. But if you could get anybody, you know what I'm saying, on a song, an artist, and then someone to make the beat, what would be the perfect mix for you?
Man,
like Money No Object. You can just get any artist.
Yeah, Money No Object. Yep.
I say, I mean, as cliche as it sounds, I mean, fuck, I want a song with Drake.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
straight to the top.
Yeah, let's just get to it. Like,
that's a hit. You said after that one.
I feel that.
Swear to God,
who making the beat? That
guy got more hits than the Beatles. Like, come on now. Like,
hey, literally.
Like, come on now.
Hey, for real.
Like, let's make a hit. Let's get this bag.
I can see that collab. You know, y'all got similar styles.
Yeah, for surely.
Yep. So, as we kind of touched on earlier, a man that plays a huge part in hip hop from the Bay, appreciates bars. He posted you on his Instagram page. What was it like rapping for Sway?
Man, that was crazy. Like, that's a crazy one, because one day I was just sitting up at work, on my break. My manager called me. He goes, "Hey, have you heard that Real Sway be letting rappers get up on a live and spit bars?" And I'm like, "Nah, I ain't even. I wasn't even following Sway. I was like, damn, like I'm sleep over here. Like I ain't even tapped in like that." So I followed Sway right away, and I seen the next time that he was gonna do that Instagram live show, and I'm like, I'm definitely gonna get in it. So that day come by, I hop up in that live, and I swear it was not even more than 30 seconds. I just commented, "Yo, I'm from the Bay Area. I'm just trying to come spit some bars." Like, you feel me? Like, and they pinned a comment, and I was like, "Yo," like, that was just off my first comment on, like, the fucking, like, that shit was crazy. Like, what are the odds,
Nah, yeah, that's dope as fuck though, because like Sway, he's one that really,
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it really just takes people to just come out here to fucking, like shit just happens. I don't know. Like, I just begin, like, I feel lucky, y'all. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I feel like I do put a lot of hard work, but when it comes to me, I be feeling lucky. Like, dang, like,
sometimes it be like that, time and place.
Hey, it's all about timing.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. I just be, grateful for my blessings,
gotta
bro.
Be on everything. I know that got you hella attention too, hella followers and shit.
Yeah, so when I rap for Sway, like, he was just like, that's dope.
Yeah, that's
like,
clean.
He was just like, that's crazy.
A lot of artists out there.
Yeah, he knew where I was from too, so
a lot of artists out there, that's their dream right there, is to just rap for Sway, be on Sway or something like that, and you got to do that. So yeah, definitely that's a blessing right there.
For real, that's dope.
Yeah, that was definitely a milestone for me.
Yep,
not everybody can say that.
Yep. Speaking of Instagram, how many bitches in the DM right now?
Oh, kind of.
Y'all trying to catch me up on this podcast. Y'all trying to catch me slipping.
Oh man. It's all good.
Nah. Not even like that. Hey, this is all I can say. We are friends up in the DMs.
We all get along. Living here for a good time, not a long time, huh?
We are cool. Yeah, exactly. We are cool. We are cool in the
DMs. Nah, man. Nemz, we appreciate your time, man. When can we expect a new slap or new album?
Man, I got a video on the way for a single I call Outside, man. Y'all gonna love it. I know y'all gonna love it. it's a real slap for I feel like this quarantine right now because the song's called Outside and I'm talking the whole time like I really be out here outside. You feel me?
While everybody's locked
nothing gonna stop my grind type of shit.
Man.
Yeah. I'm out here outside still, you feel me, doing what I does. Okay. And honestly, when they lift this order, I know they're gonna be slapping shit. Like everyone's gonna be like,
we
outside.
Hey,
like,
outside.
Okay.
We outside, so I think that's where I was going with it.
Yeah,
So
no, that's dope.
I definitely feel that, and we're gonna be looking forward to that.
I got that on the way. And then I got Bad One on the way, and that's like I think one of like the biggest singles I think I'm about to drop. Like I'm probably gonna put like a whole big video behind that. Come out with something dope.
I'm gonna be looking out for those. For sure.
I got my people up at Red Wall. Shout out Red Wall Studio. Shout out Cisco. They'll be taking care of me out there. Shout out Red Wall. We're gonna be working on something dope for y'all pretty here soon.
Sir.
For sure. We definitely gonna be tuned in. We locked in. You already know. And before we let you go, can we get some bars?
Yeah, it's all good. All right,
whenever you ready.
Hey. All right. I said, my life take twists and turns. Young kid from the burbs, and I make the best from the worst. I got it out of the dirt. My 2 feet be muddy. They mistake me for funny. I still flex with all this money. I still break through they shade because my spirit is sunny. Keep it lit for my brothers who with me. I never folded or gave up when the odds were against me. I kept busy, got the bags in my hands. My palms is itchy. I want to be like Bruce Wayne and run the whole city. They don't understand the real. Get them Rosetta Stone. Fuck bad acquaintances and company. Rather be alone. I shoot my shine. Ain't to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I feel like I'd be better off when they just leave my ass thinking all alone. Yeah, you can see through my eyes. I've been patient for too long.
Man, on the spot.
That's how
real right there. Ready up.
Make sure you guys follow my guy right here.
Gotta get ready. You feel me?
Make sure y'all follow him at Nemz, Instagram, Twitter.
Much love to Pure Slabs.
Find him on YouTube.
Shout out, bro. Shout out Pure Slabs. All right, man. Thank y'all for having me.
We appreciate you stopping by.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to send y'all those exclusives like I said, bro. Don't even trip. I got y'all.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, now we're going to play a little game called Who Put You On, where I'm going to tell you a song that I've been slapping. I think it's a real slapper, and I don't think you guys heard it yet. And then the Gover's going to put you guys on a song. And I want you guys to tell us, at the Pure Slap Show, who put you on? Was it me or was it the Gover? Signs
go ahead,
or
Signs,
the Gover?
You go first.
All right, if you want the winner to go first, all right, this song called Black. That's BLAP. Black. By Jay Worthy. Featuring Pilo and Jake One. It's off Jay Worthy's new album, 2 for 1. It was released earlier this year. That's a slapper right there. Look no further. I just put y'all on.
Boo.
Okay. What you got, Rod?
All right, I got a real slap for you.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so this one's by Too Short, featuring T.I., E40, and Adrian Marcel.
Okay.
How to Be a Player. Off Too Short's album in early 2019 called The Pimp Tales. Go ahead and slap that. I just put you on, son.
All right, so let us know who put you on at the Pure Slap Show. So that's going to wrap up episode 1 of the Pure Slap Show. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram at the Pure Slap Show. And follow your host at Slap Show Signs and Slap Show Goer.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Nemz for coming through. And thanks y'all for tuning in. We'll see you next time.